Blessings and welcome to the Path to Freedom. My name is Daniel Roquéo, and I'm always very grateful and appreciative over the fact that you're choosing to tune in, that you're choosing to join me in a moment of expanding our consciousness and raising our vibration. Today we are on the theme of mastering the art of manifestation, and we're talking about the sacred laws, and we're talking about moving into vibrational alignment with something that has yet to emerge, that has yet to be expressed and to manifest into our experience. And so the topic for today is know it, feel it, and see it. And this has to do with how many of us are so quote unquote stuck in our current ways of life. We have a certain lifestyle, we have a certain condition that we are so used to that we perhaps are not even thinking of going beyond it. And not going beyond, not expanding, not growing, not unfolding, not allowing for something new to emerge, for that which is right now, for the current expression of who we are and the current expression of our lives to dissolve so that something new, greater, grander may emerge. That's putting a lid on spirit, because God is always seeking to reveal itself in ever greater and grander ways. And the only means that God has to do that is in, through, and as all of creation, meaning you and me. So we're always invited, and we absolutely have a mandate and a birthright to continuously allow our lives to expand, to go beyond what they are now, to allow for more love, more beauty, more abundance, more wholeness, more peace, more whatever the case may be, to emerge. However, it is sometimes difficult for us to take that leap that is sometimes required of us, to begin to think in a new way, to begin to see new possibilities for our lives. But unless we dream it, it's not going to happen. Everything originates in thought. It originates as an idea. Every single piece of clothes or equipment or gadget or car or whatever has at one point been an idea that someone has caught, and oftentimes that idea has been caught by numerous people simultaneously, so that it has a great momentum from the beginning. But every single idea is originated, is caught in consciousness. And once we catch something in consciousness, and once we do the inner work of vibrationally aligning with it, coming into the knowing, feeling that it is possible, we begin to move in that direction. And by us moving, we become the instruments, the channels, the conduits for this idea, this divine seed to flow through. And I was having a conversation just recently with an individual which has inspired this this talk. And this individual, we were having a conversation around money, and this individual had an idea or had a desire to go beyond their present paradigm where money was concerned, and in flow and abundance, financial freedom, financial abundance of money. And we were having a conversation, and this individual shared with me that they go to the store and they see something that they want to buy, and immediately that thought form comes in, oh, I can't afford that. It's out of my price range. And so they were feeling kind of stuck, and this is how they've lived their lives for quite some time. And so they were feeling kind of stuck. And I was able to share that, what if you exchange that, oh, I can't buy it, to, oh, I can buy it. I always have more money than I need. I always have enough money to buy that thing, to go on that vacation, to take that trip, to allow for their lives to not be inhibited by money, but to allow for money to flow, to circulate beautifully. I once had a teacher saying that money are good for two things. And this is from the standpoint of an enlightened, awakened being, right? But he said that money is good for two things. It is good to make our lives comfortable, and we want to be very comfortable. We want to get out of not trading time for money. We want to get out of the rut of having to work hard and endlessly for money to flow into our lives, right? So we want to make ourselves very comfortable so that we can invest our time and energy into expanding our services. And that's the other thing that money is good for, to expand our services. The more money we have, the more we can expand our service, the more people we can serve, the more people we can reach, right? So we were having this conversation, and during this conversation, this individual caught that I'm going to start thinking of my life, and I'm going to start thinking of myself as being a millionaire. And I'm not saying that just going for more money is worthwhile as we are moving along this path of freedom. I'm not saying that. Money in and of itself does not bring happiness. But if we infuse the having of money with spiritual practice, spiritual principles, spiritual humility, and being of high level of service, then money is beautiful. So this individual began to expand, to go beyond their present paradigm, which really said that I don't have enough money. That's what their present paradigm said. That's the basic message, the basic affirmation that they had. I don't have enough money. I can't afford that. So they began to go beyond that, to expand beyond that. And this individual called that my new mantra is going to be, I can buy that. I have the money to buy that always. And begin to articulate and describe, because that's where the knowing and feeling comes. When we begin to articulate and describe, not once in a while, but over and over and over again, when we make it a habit of coming back to a particular affirmation or coming back to a particular vision, to hold that vision, to hold that affirmation alive within us, keeping it alive, not as something out there, but something that is within us. When we have that practice, when we cultivate that practice, then we move into vibrational alignment. And vibrational alignment, for those of you who have not heard me define it or describe it, vibrational alignment means that we know and feel that whatever good that we desire, and in this case, that this individual lived a life in financial abundance, of financial freedom. When we know and feel that the good that we desire already is. It's not something that is going to happen. Absolutely, it hasn't manifested yet, but it doesn't mean that it's not real. In the infinite mind of God, everything already exists. So every possibility for every single one of us and our lives already exists in the infinite mind. So when we begin to know and feel that this already exists, it already is, it's already done. And now, from that knowing and feeling, we begin to move in that direction, releasing and letting go of fears, worries, and doubt, releasing and letting go of perceptions as to how it's going to manifest or when it's going to manifest or any of that. When we begin to move from the knowing and feeling that it's already done, then the manifestation is happening. Then we call the good that we desire from the invisible into this dimension. It already exists, but it's not necessarily visible here. So knowing and feeling, when we know and we feel, consciousness always precedes form. So when we know and feel, and I'm not speaking about hoping or wishing, but I'm talking about knowing that it is done. It's already given. I already live this life that I desire to live. I already live the life of a millionaire, if money is something that we feel inspired to call into our lives. Or I already live the life of a healthy being. I already live in a healthy body. When we begin to move in that direction, when we begin to take that on as our feeling tone, predominant feeling tone, chronic feeling tone, there's nothing that can stop the manifestation from happening. We know, we feel, and then we see. That's the way it's got to be. We don't see before we know and feel, but we know and feel, and then we see. Consciousness always precedes form. Consciousness always precedes form. So I hope this inspires and empowers to expand visions, intentions, the way we view ourselves, the way we view our lives, so that we may begin to move in that direction. Oh, and one last reminder. We all live and move in a field of infinite possibility, meaning it is whenever we've experienced limitation or lack or scarcity, it is not because God is on our case. It is not because we have been given a lot in life that we need to stay with, that we're stuck with. Not at all. But every single possibility exists. So the possibility where we live a beautiful, harmonious, wholesome, free-flowing life, that possibility exists, regardless of our current conditions and circumstances. So we need to begin to know and feel that it is possible, that it already is, and then begin to move in that direction. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until the next time, I absolutely bless all of our days, and I bless all of our ways. With much love, namaste.